This is, if you're watching this in post, this was not a planned stream, so that's why no one's here yet. So might take a minute, but that's fine and dandy with me. Oh, hi there, me. All right. Anyways, for those watching in post, hello everybody. Oh, there we go. All right, we got Ken and we got Old Ohio Angler. This is a last minute stream here. I wasn't expecting to do a stream today, which is why I did not make one earlier. So I was like, oh, I can finish my science homework later. So yeah. Anyways, now let me properly redo the intro. Hello. Oh, now okay. Everyone. All right, I'll have to catch up in just a minute. But hello, everybody. Welcome back to R's Trains. My name's Corey, and in today's stream here, it's Sunday Runday number 48. So, well, I guess you can hear the plumbing tonight. Well, that'll be fun. But yeah, I hope you all are having a pleasant Sunday evening, 1 hour ahead from where we normally be. There's still a little bit of light out at good old 7 p.m. So I will gladly take it, and I can't wait for the times when it'll be midsummer and I do a stream and there will be sun all over the room here. Weird to think that it'll eventually happen at some point, but we're getting closer there, surely. I don't know. The Decorioism right there. Slowly but surely. This will be a fun stream tonight, but yeah, anyways, don't have too much going on tonight, but I just wanted to do a stream because it's been a few weeks since the last one I did, and it'll probably be a few weeks again till I can get back to doing another stream or two. It's right before spring break for me. I know of some of my other college friends who are either currently on spring break or just had spring break, but for me, mine comes a little bit later in the year, and spring break is really Easter break, so I'll have to wait a little while until I can get some time to myself that isn't schoolwork and this, that, and the third. So it'll be a little while till I can be fully off and really get back to putting out content again, because right now although I only have, again, 3 classes, they all like to put out a lot of work, it seems, so it might be a little while till I can really start doing videos and streams again. I don't know how I was able to do so much before. I was like, how was I able to film like 6 videos in one day? Like feels like impossible to do right now. But yeah, anyways, saying hello to some of the few people who've come in to chat here. We got Ken Rose Jewel Railroad, we got Old Ohio Angler, we got Train Nerd 97. K-Line Productions, we got Trayman 1993 Matt, we got Devon McKenzie, we got Dad, we got Shadow Fan Lines, and whomever else will come in of the few people watching here. But yeah, a few things to discuss tonight. It's only going to be an hour stream because I don't want to make it that long. Not like I'm making it short because of the Oscars that are currently going on right now. Who knows, maybe R's Trains will win Best Model Train Railroader YouTube live streamer who does streams on Sunday. That's a very niche award. I don't know of too many other people who are doing that one there. That'd be sweet. And this award goes to such an individual with such a cool red logo. Man, it's like a little train. That would be awesome. A little golden train. That'd be good. They should do a Model Train YouTuber award ceremony. It'll be a room full of 30 people. But nonetheless, here's a few things I wanted to talk about. So, first things first, I had a very cool opportunity pop up a few days ago. I'm a part of, at my club, the Siena College History Club. And what they were doing, I can't remember when the idea officially came into the club president's head, my friend Matt, but what had happened was he had always known me as the train kid ever since like high school. So he knew some point he wanted to do a train expo for the club and invite me there, obviously, because I am the train kid and I have a whole lot of train artifacts and models and all that stuff. So what he did was he decided to hold it this past Friday, and it was in a little room called the Molinari Room, I believe. But what he did was like, all right, Corey, here's the date. You bring as much as you can. I'm like, I gotcha. So let me see if I can show it. All right, so here we go. So I'll show you a little bit of my display that I had set up here. I was so happy to do this, although not that many people went because it was an event that was only open for like 1 hour, and obviously it's college kids, not railroaders, so it's not like there was tons and tons of people there. But what I did was I wanted to bring a display of all of my D&H things, and I did just that. Oh, the itchy nose strikes again. But here's my display. So it's going to be really hard to see in the picture here because I'm holding up an iPad and you can't see everything, but that's what it looks like from that bit there. So I had brought in artifacts, models, I even brought paintings. Wait, so come on, where do you not see as much reflection? Okay, I think that's it there. So we have my SC&H stuff right here. We got this lovely painting of a Delaware and Hudson camelback at Cooperstown. We have, okay, it's getting really hard now. It's like when I watch professors do, like, how can they operate a screen while looking at the camera? So then over here we have 5002, which is right there. So we have 5002 in its yellow caboose, my MTH model. We have this giant chunk of D&H rail from Mechanicville. We have some paper ends, things. We've got the Challenger right there. We got a hunk of coal. Let's see. Some more things, some postcards. We got a D&H book about the locomotives. We have a custom system map I made. By I mean I really just took the graphic and highlighted a few parts. We've got an old D&H oil can there. We've got some HO models down there. Oh, keep going. I did the whole image. All right. So we've got my ticket collector's hat right there. Some brochures. And then it's really hard to tell what's what all the way back there. Let's see, do I have a better image? So that there is the Colony shops. So we have a little D&H rules book there. We have one image of an RS3 at the Colony shops. We have 5015 right there. We've got another RS3. We've got a brick from the Colony shops. We have my written description about the Colony shops. We have the sign there, sign that I made. And then we have 2 pictures from inside the Colony shops. That's a whole lot of Colony shops. This right here, we have some passenger service D&H related things. So we got the PA right there, number 18. That's my HO scale Walther's model. We have a image of a PA going around the bend at Lake Champlain. Really hard to show this because of all the reflections. We have some D&H hats and a mug. We've got a postcard of a D&H PA. We've got what is this here? It's just like a little promotional thing for the Adirondack. We have the luggage sticker there. And almost there, we've got another D&H painting. So while I'm showing this off, you might ask, Corey, how'd you pack all this? Well, I was somehow able to get everything displayed within like 40 minutes of getting out of the car and into there. It took a long time to get things set up, but I packed everything as tight as I could in the back of my dad's car, and I made it work. So a few more D&H odds and ends there, and then you can kind of see this stuff here. So that's the depot from Littleville, and we got the 5001 right there, some of the trucks and that stuff. So that was pretty hard to get everything out and set up in such a short amount of time, but I made it work. And there was this one, he might be here tonight, but there was this one nice kid, my age, we were both juniors, and he reminds me a lot of my cousin George. So if my cousin George is also watching, hi, but where he's both kind of still getting into the hobby, not like kind of moi, where I've been into it since I was a little, well, to keep in mind, we've all been in it since we were kids, but I was really into it. But I can't remember his name. I think it was like, I don't know, I'm going to call him Ethan, but I don't think that was it. I think it started with the C. But I'm just going to name him Ethan. So Ethan was like, oh yeah, I saw the post on the Instagram, on the college Instagram about the train thing, and I've always liked trains. So Ethan's the type of guy where just kind of getting back into the train scene, doesn't know like, oh, that's it, I'll go RS11 or whatever. Like where the kid from the Polar Express, like, hey, you know what kind of train this is? But still enough to be like, oh, I love watching the model trains go around, although I don't really know that much about them, but I just love the idea of just trains and model train layouts and making your own world and all the cool different train schemes and that stuff. So it was nice to see another kid on Siena College who likes trains. So him and I chatted for a little bit. Really nice. He was from Schoharie, I believe. So he's not that far away from the Cooperstown in Charlotte Valley. So it was fun to meet some other people there who were like, oh yeah, I love trains and stuff. But I still think it is safe to say I am the only D&H train nut at Siena. So I will take that badge with honor. Or whatever, but that was a huge highlight. That's the thing. I've always loved collecting things, but I always hate just having things to myself. Like, I love just showing these things off so other people can get the same amount of enjoyment I have out of it, because, I don't know, what's an example? This here. So obviously, there's not too many of these World War II Alco plaques around, but just the idea of being able to be like, oh, look at this, look at the story behind it, or whatever, and share the stories behind these really cool pieces, and see people will be like, well, not most people don't know, like, oh yeah, my grandfather worked at Alco, or whatever, and hear the stories that people might have associated with these different things. So cool. So what I hope to do at some point in the future is find, I don't know, maybe like a library or museum or whatever nearby, and would be open to having my to temporarily have some artifacts of my D&H collection there, and I could have like a little exhibit about the D&H. So I wish I could do that at like the Pennsylvania Railroad Museum, which is like the #1 railroad museum it seems in the Northeast, but it would kill me to send my D&H things away for so long and never know, I know when they'd come back, but just have them away for like months on end or whatever. But if anything, that would be the Railroad Museum I'd love to have it at. But I'd have to have more things there, like signage-wise, because what I find a lot is that people, and I can't blame them, but people like to look at the trains themselves at like museums and stuff rather than the artifacts associated with things. So if I was to have like signage or whatever about the trains there and stuff to kind of get people's attention more, to then have them look at the artifacts and all the cool different stories behind things, would be what I'd really like to do. And on the topic of signage, this happened. Well, as some of you know, I'm a graphic designer in training, and here's just, so one example of one thing I've made is the Artist Trains logo. My mom helped me out a lot on this one, but that was where it kind of all started. And then this here, somebody asked earlier about this shirt. This is the Bat and Kill. Oh no, I don't have 605 with me. So if you remember my video on 605 like a week ago, here she is right here. But these are the two stars of the Bat and Kill, 605 and 4116. So I was contacted to make the 40th anniversary of the Bat and Kill Railroad commemorative shirt. So this is it right here. They only made a limited production of these, so this is the shirt. And I can kind of, there's a lot of detail that went into making this, but I'm so happy how it turned out. So that is that shirt there. And then what happened recently, well, kind of recently, as you all know, I'm a D&H nut. I love the D&H to death. And what I wanted to do, and it kind of goes like this, and kind of like what I was just saying. When I was starting to get back into trains around 2019 or so, I would go to antique stores, or the more I just find out about the D&H, the more I'd fall in love with their graphic design. And I really, really loved the signs, because the D&H I already knew wasn't as big as railroads like the Pennsy or the New York Central, the Santa Fe, or whatever. So I knew that there is not as much out there as other railroads. So whenever you would find something, it would be a lot more special, not only just in, monetary value, but in historical relevance as well. So it's not every day you're going to see a D&H sign, or I don't know, whatever, but you get the idea. So whenever I would see that stuff there, it would always, or whatever that might be, whether it be in private collections or museums or antique stores or whatever, or online, I always wish, oh man, I wish I could have that. But it's either not for sale, or if it is, I cannot afford a $1,200 sign. Or if not more, I've seen things go for like double that. So what I've been doing over the past month is finding as many D&H signs online as I could and recreating them in Adobe Illustrator. So let me see if I have something ready to go, which I do, right here. So I'll show you all briefly my my virtual D&H sign collection, which is taking a minute to pull up. But here we go. So before I pull it up, each one of these I personally recreated. Only 2 of them did I just kind of, take the image and just really take the exact artwork and then kind of tweak around a few things, but not change it much. Besides that, the rest of these was all making layers, recreating the text, redoing all the colors and all that stuff. So a lot of these here took a really long time to make because I'd have to make the shapes. I'd have to get the fonts right or find similar fonts or whatever. So here is and I was contacted last night by a nice guy, Michael Decker, who had a bunch of different D&H signs that are not here, so I will have to make as well. But here's the virtual D&H sign collection. So these are just some of the signs I've seen online, primarily through Google search and Facebook. And these here are some of the many D&H signs. So kind of going through them, you have let's see, so these are some station signs up here. I have so many different variations of station signs. Let me try to hold them better. So station signs there. Beneath them, that is the bicentennial and the sesquicentennial logo. We've got the 2 coal signs there. Well, and then we have 2 more here. We've got the bridge line signs, as I call these. We have the one that would be on the caboose right here. We've got the 2 D&H yard signs here. Another yard sign. We got the colony shop sign. We have the freight office sign there. Let's see. Over here, we got my favorite one. I just finished this one a few days ago. We have the ship these RS3s took so long to make. So if you like the designs, make sure to give this stream a big old thumbs up button. Because it took a while to make, I'll tell you that much. But this here's the ship, the D&H for dependable high-speed service. That one's my favorite. We've got some more bridge line signs just with the circular design there. We've got the Oniata yarn side right there. It's a little hard to see. The safety first one. We've got a D&H ticket office, 2 all points, one right there. We've got the EXO tower. When the D&H was going through, we're just starting to get the RS36s, I believe. They had these cool signs there that they'd put outside. So it'd say D&H new diesel locomotive, open for public inspection. So that one was really cool. So that's where people would be invited to tour the locomotive. You got the iconic D&H shield. That one was the easiest to make, probably. We've got this sign is a unique one that was a one of a kind. This one would be at the colony shops, and it was the little safety sign. If you see think, or well, I don't know about think, but it's just being smart. Think. You cannot do today's jobs with yesterday's ideas. That's primarily it. Because the problem is this is all in reverse text, so I cannot read any of this. It's like a dyslexic or something. We've got the Adirondack sign there. We've got the second variation of the ship by the D&H with the RS36 there instead of the RS3. This one is the most colorful one. It's really cool. We have the Save the D&H sign right there. That's when they were dying. They were like, please rally behind our railroad. And it didn't quite make it. This is not really an iconic, but this is a header or a footer the D&H would use on their promotional things in the 30s through early 50s, I believe. So that's the Albany building there and the D&H sign. This here is a no trespassing sign that was put on the D&H, I think in the early CP era. So this wouldn't say, no trespassing private property. That one's really fun. This was a well-known one. The cast iron notice, private crossing sign right there. This was another sign that was at a colony. This is I am your livelihood, handle me carefully, boxcar. To remind engineers to not shove around their boxcars. We have 2 more yard signs and another office sign there. So those took a little while to make, but I'm super, super happy how I came out. And hopefully maybe someday I can do something with those designs, whether that be, make shirts or aluminum signs or do like scale model train graphics with them, because if you have a D&H layout, this would be a super nice way to spice up your rail yards or your whole layout in general or whatever. So, and that's the thing, I'm still so far from done because I barely tackled the D&H coal side of the business, or the Hudson coal slash Lackawanna anthracite or whatever. So there are so many D&H coal signs out there. I only just did a few, but I'm going to try to do as many as I can as well, because a lot of guys who do model the D&H also have something to do with the coal side of the business on there. So to try and do as many different ones could help in the future if I ever need to do something with those signs, or if somebody's like, oh, could you do whatever. So yeah, those are a lot of fun to make, so I hope you all enjoyed them. So I will definitely, if I can ever print them out or whatever, try to put it around Littleville, or maybe on the layout here, though this layout is not a D&H layout, this is just a train layout. So yeah, I fell behind on chat quite a bit, so let me go way back up. The first one I see is Dal Hudson say, cool collection of memorabilia. Thanks for sharing it. My pleasure. Like the Chick-fil-A's guys say. Rules Juice says, a lot of stuff. Your dad's car must be a 70s era Impala. With the, I hear people say both ways. Impala, tomato, tomato. But no, it was a Toyota Highlander. But still, you can put the back seats down, so it becomes like a truck essentially, which is really nice. But Kaylin Productions say looks great. Isaiah says hello everyone. Can't be on for long. The Oscars are on. Oh, you're watching the Oscars. One other person here besides my dad is watching the Oscars tonight. I might be in it. Who knows? 0.1% chance of that happening. Matt says, antique stores are always a great way to find railroad memorabilia out there. I went to Landline Antique Store in around Lake Milton, Ohio, and there was some railroad memorabilia stuff there, I would say. K-Line Productions says, do you do commissions? I wish I could, but I don't have any business yet or anything. I'd love to do, I don't know, just like my own freelance trade business and all. But the thing is, there's a fine line with trademarking. And I did as much research as I could last night, and I cannot find anything on the. Funny enough, you think it would be, but on the Delaware and Hudson being trademarked at all, you think it would be because Canadian Pacific owns them. Because I see in the maintenance and weight trucks it'll say Delaware and Hudson or whatever, a subsidiary of Canadian Pacific. Well, now KPC, CPKCS or whatever, but nowhere online could I find anywhere where the name Delaware and Hudson and/or the phrase the bridge line and/or the shield logo and/or the font, where it says quote unquote the D&H in like italics. I cannot find anywhere online where it says any of that is trademarked. But if I was to do other stuff like New York Central, which is trademarked, or if I was to do any of the modern railroads like CSX, CP, KC, or whatever, any of that stuff, you bet your roots that's trademarked. And not only would I not legally be allowed to sell that, I would feel terrible doing that, because as an artist myself, whoever created those really cool logos, I don't want to infringe or, make money off of the hard work they did. And I don't want people doing that with my work either. So it's a very thin line to walk. As much as I would, because I don't know how those train shirt guys get it. You go to train shirts and you see guys with the coolest like railroad shirts ever, or hats and all that stuff. And I always wonder how do they get permission from all these railroads to do that? I know some of their shirts and stuff would be like custom things, or it might be a locomotive. You can't copyright a locomotive. But if it's like, the logo with a catchphrase or something, like how the D&H has the bridge line to New England and Canada, I don't know how they do that. And I really wish I knew how they did, or whatever, or how they're kind of getting over the hurdle of trademarking and all, but that's not what tonight's stream will be about. Although I wish there was a lawyer in chat who could help me out, because it is so stressful to try and see, because last thing I would want to do is all right, I can make some really cool New England Railroad stuff, put it out, and then find fill in the blank, Holdings Company LLC is suing you or whatever. So as a visual artist, that is the not the scary world, but the kind of, I don't know, the real world out there that you really got to be cautious of. Or, well, you could be a stupid person and just be like, well, I don't care what they say. I'm going to make my own railroad art and I'll just keep doing it until I get told no. You could be that type of guy, but I have a good heart and I don't want to do that. And I would feel bad doing that, so I want to take the right steps about that. So I would love to do commissions and sell like cool train stuff and all, because there is a huge market for reproduction, like railroad signs or shirts or whatever. I mean, for example, look at this one here. This thing sold out within an hour at the Battenkill Railroad, in fact, and there were so many people asking, "Oh, can you make more?" and stuff like that. But due to it being a limited run, that could not be the case. But and honestly, I was thinking about that before the stream here. Like, man, I only have one D&H shirt, and I'm supposed to be the D&H kid. So there's definitely a market out there, but I have to do as much research as I can and take many cautious steps before I officially do anything whatsoever. So until that day comes, not quite. But K-Line Productions, out of curiosity though, you said if I do take commissions, out of curiosity, if you'd like to share, if not, I totally understand. But what would you think that I should try to do? Should it be like a Burlington route or something? Or because and does anybody here read the Railway Age magazine, the really old publications from like the 60s and before? I think the magazine is still going around today, but I'm talking the old version of it. Whew, what a gold mine for railroad art. There are so many cool railroad ads there. I couldn't believe it. Every railroad had an ad there. There'd be ads for railroad hoppers and stuff, like buy our hoppers. Alco and Baldwin and Lima and Fairbanks Morris. They all had locomotive ads there, and they were so dang cool. Or there'd be illustrations for shipped by our railroad and here's why, or whatever. So what a lot of railroads would do is they would have little footers at the bottom where their catchphrase or logo would be, and like address to their like headquarters or whatever. And those footers are some of the coolest old school train art I've ever seen. They'd always be streamlined trains coming around a corner. Man, and they look so neat. But they're really simple. It's not like if I was to take this locomotive up and you show it in your face and you see all the different details on it. They're not really detailed. They're just like a few lines and that's it. But they're so dang cool. And I guarantee you, those would make really cool signs or decals or train shirts or whatever. So there's a market out there. Or especially if you were to do stuff for museums. That in the railroad world, there's no greater honor than having your work go to a museum or something. Like if I was to make a D&H sign and it goes to, well, there's no D&H museum, but to a museum that would have something about the D&H. Like, that stuff feels awesome. So yeah. My hands got really sticky because I had to hold the underneath of that, and now it's not coming off. Where did I leave off? Great D&H says, you have to sell those decals. I'd love to, but gotta wait and see first. John says, very cool, awesome railroad stuff and very cool train signs. Glad you enjoy. I do too. I second that notion. Caboose 1973 says, hello, Corey. Great state of Maine box, Corey. Yes, I got this one off of Trains for $22. What a great deal. This is an MTH. I am not sponsored by Trains, but I just thought I would share. But this is a MTH, I think it's a PS1 50-foot box car. And for $22, what a dang great deal. Like, this thing is like, really nice. No, yeah, this is the MTH one. The Naperville Junction is the Atlas one. But this thing is awesome, and I think they still have a few more on there for $22. So if you're looking for a nice scale state of Maine box car, go for it. I would have got more if I could. Oh, the trouble of putting things back on. Oh, here we go. So K-Line says, I was wondering if you'd be able to do a Wabash F unit passing a searchlight. Ooh, that'd be sweet. coming around the bend or something or out of a tunnel. That's the problem though. With doing other railroads, I want to make myself as familiar with the railroad territory as I can. So, what types of signals would this F unit been going by? What is there like a is there like a type of trademark gain tree or signal gain tree or tunnel or city location or something? So, but that would be sweet. I'm assuming it's the gray and blue ones with the Wabash flag on the front. Those would be awesome. Oh, and some of my favorite F units are the C&O ones with that dark yellow and blue. Whew, beautiful. So yes, I'd love to. I'd have to come up with a. Oh, Andrew says you should make a DNH 250th anniversary shirt. Correct me if I'm wrong. Wouldn't it be a really long time till the DNH's 250th? Yeah, because we just celebrated the 200th. Yeah, because it was 1823 to 2023, so that might be a little long. It might be a little while. Ooh, where will I be? Let's see. So isn't that going to be 20? Oh, is the 250th in 2073? If that's the case, I'm going to be a 71-year-old man by the time that comes around. But best to plan ahead of time. So Shadow Fan Line says, I went to a somewhat train show, however that goes, today, and got 2 stock cars that have sound, one big sounds and the other chickens. And the third was a post-war Pennsy car with a Baby Ruth advertisement. Very nice. Oh, okay. Yeah, okay. America's 250th. I thought you were talking about, yeah. Huge missed opportunity. Nobody did anything on the DNH bicentennial units. I have never seen a single shirt, a single sign, a single any of that regarding the DNH's contribution to America's bicentennial. Like, I think, was it the bicentennial? Yeah. Yeah, because it was 1776 to 1976. But still, the DNH had such cool locomotives, and nobody's ever, to my knowledge, has ever made anything based off of them. Let's see. Train Fan 128 says, depends on if the trademark is up that tells whether you can use it now for commercial purposes. There could also be a license you can get. I checked last night. I'm like, it sucks when you have a slight cold. It's like sniffle season or whatever. Because now we're starting to get in the warmer weather, but then back to the cold. Back to the warm, back to the cold. Then it's warm. Oh, no, fake spring, back to the cold. So, it's that type of year. But, good point. Well, I looked up last night. It was a very reputable website. I can't remember the name, but it's like the U.S. government's database for trademarks. So I looked up as many different things as I could on the DNH, and nothing popped up. So that could be why there's so much DNH stuff out there, whether that be guys making hats or shirts or signs and stuff, because maybe there's not any trademark. And never on it have I ever seen anywhere where someone said, an officially licensed product, or, licensed by Canadian Pacific, or whatever. So, I don't think there's anything out there for the DNH, but, I mean, I don't even know where to start. If I hold up this, someone's gotta have the copyright to the Pennsylvania Railroad, but, nowhere on this stuff is it gonna, no, the pantograph fell off right as I touched it, but I can't find anywhere, and again, I haven't looked that close at other railroads, but I don't really see anywhere where it says an officially licensed product of the New York Central or the Pennsylvania or the Canadian National or whatever. So I don't even know where to begin looking, but I think there's nothing out there on the DNH. And I will try to confirm it as much as I can, and if I'm not, you bet your boots. I'm gonna get that stuff in a decal production because I would love to get my stuff out there and see see my signs on people's train layouts. That'd be the best feeling on planet Earth. That'd be so cool. Caboose 1973 says, I remember the 76 bicentennial units. Yep, and the American Freedom Train. I'm so happy they're... Are they restoring the Freedom, the Reading T1? Was it 2101, I believe? Was it getting just a cosmetic restoration, or was it fully running again? I can't remember, but regardless, that's going to be something for when 2026 rolls around. That'll be sweet. Colin, how you doing? And LGR, how you guys doing tonight? Thanks for... We're past... Again, I think I'm only doing an hour stream tonight, give or take, so I'll get the scale freight train running here in just a minute, but... Thank you. Again, if you're just swinging in here, make sure to smash that like button. We are getting very close to 5K, so if you're also new to the YouTube channel here, make sure to click that red subscribe button down below so you don't miss out on my many future O scale and HO scale and whatever else to come around the Ben train videos. But yeah, in I Like History, how you doing tonight? Thanks for swinging in. Yep, yeah, I know, Andrew. That's the one Alco I wish we had over here at the SCH, because you bet we would have painted that thing back up like it's 76. And maybe would that have put us on the map. We would have been the New York Scenic Short Line. Although it looks really cool in the orange and black, man, did it really shine in that red, white, and blue. And man, I can't wait to get the HO scale one from Bowser. But didn't it get shoved back to December of this year, I think, when they're releasing those HO scale models? That was a bummer. I hope that doesn't happen with the Lionel 3021 S2. That'd be really... I would be heartbroken. How much more disappointment can I take? Kayline says, yeah, they're blue and gray passenger scheme. Yep. That's one preserved out in Illinois to running condition. I take it at IRL. I don't remember seeing that. Dave says, I got the DNH up and HO. I know a few guys who have that one. And just in case people don't quite know what I'm talking about for the DNH bicentennial ones, let me see if I can find it, because I know I have a picture of it that I took a few weeks ago. It should be right. Oh, almost. Right. Almost have it. I take a lot of pictures, my friends. Here. Nope. Almost got it. It's a little hard to plan for what topics you're going to bring up. Because sometimes you know what you're going to say, and then other times where we just end up in a conversation like this, I know I have a picture of it. I'm so close to finding it. Just the problem is, I'm like, oh, I gotta get a picture of this. Oh, I gotta get a picture of that. If I can't find it in 5 more seconds, okay, 5 might be a little too short. If I can't find it in 10 more seconds, then, oh, you're kidding. Oh, here we go, boom. So this is one of 2 DNH units from America's bicentennial. And oh my goodness, how has nobody ever done a design with this? Boom. If you're a DNH fan and love the lightning stripe in red, white, and blue looks beautiful. This is an Atlas O-scale model. These are incredibly hard to find. So I wish this one was mine, but it is definitely not for sale. But this is so cool. So the RS3M that the Arcade Attica get, Arcade, for my younger fans, you know what meme that also almost sounded like. But the one that they got would have worn that exact scheme. And man, that's so cool. I love it. It's so DNH. But I would definitely have to make some scheme with that. That would be beautiful. I'd love to do a sign with that, where like like a bicentennial scheme with that, like a shirt design. That'd be beautiful. But anyways, Turner97 says, "Hey Corey, guess who won't be able to go to another train show until November? And the only other train show in my area was from last month." I'm gonna guess it's not you because you probably have a train show going on every single week. No, I'm about in the same boat. I don't know of any train shows going on that I will be able to attend. There might be one in April, which I think is at Amsterdam, New York. But I could be working that day, and I don't want to take off off work just to go to a train show. So yeah, I might not have any train shows for a while, but that's fine because I've spent enough money this year on trains anyways. Colin says he's in Florida. Yeah, have you seen any trains at all? And if so, what ones? But not specifically, because then you might be listing off things for the rest of the night. Great DNH says the RS3Ms were pushed back. Yeah, if you didn't, I don't know when, but I believe they were originally slated to release in April of this year it was, but I think Bowser put out a statement that they were getting pushed back to late 2024. I think. I don't know, but I think that's what I remember seeing. And I was like, when I saw it, because I was very sad. I was really looking forward to when they would come out, because when I was at the Amherst train show earlier this year, I was like, all right, I can't wait to see the product demo they have, and I'm like, it's not here at all. All they had was the prototype like demo shell, and that was it. Because I really wanted to see how the colors came out, because if they had got it right, you bet your boots I would have. That's like my new thing now. You bet your boots and so what have you, whatever. But no, I would have tried to buy the sample off of them right there if they had one running out. Eric, my boy EJ, Rondeck Junction says, hey Corey, finally caught a new Sunday Runday. Indeed you have. Indeed you have. You missed cleanup day the other day. It wasn't that much and everything was really wet around the club. But we got a good lot of leaf blowing done, and once they get that fallen tree off the tracks, it'll be running trains around in circle again, which will be a whole lot of fun. Andrew says 2102 will be cosmetically restored, and 2100 is getting restored to pull the... So what one is the one that's running around the Reading right now? Is that 2101? Well, it's so confusing. As happy as I am that 3 of them got preserved, I believe, boy, is it hard to tell which one's which. So 2100 was the... So, do we have any Reading experts in the chat right now who could help me out? So Reading 2102 is a non-functional T1 that is getting cosmetically restored to look like as it would have. And then Reading 21000, which was the one that actually pulled the Freedom train, is getting restored to look as it did back in 76 and is going to pull a Freedom train? Or is it 2102 is gonna be put in a Freedom train scheme in... Jeremy, thanks for swinging in tonight. Hey, not Gavin too, and Darren Grant. Hello, everybody. Thanks for coming in. Boy, man, trains are hard to remember. Joe, everybody's coming tonight. If you're just swinging in, make sure to... I'll run a train in just a sec, I promise. But I'm trying to sort out this Reading confusion. EJ says, hopefully the Bowser pushbacks means there will be more to do as far... Yeah, detail, or better yet, improved electronics. Maybe, like they get a more sound... Although Bowser is, not to my knowledge, known for having bad electronics. Great DNH says Bowser. Really, their website doesn't? Well, maybe that's not the case. Maybe I'm wrong. I don't want to be putting out fake news up there, but I swear I saw on Facebook somebody who was either with Bowser or like had connections to them was like, sorry folks, they're getting pushed back to later 2024, and I had a very big frown on my face. Matt says, I miss Bob Snowman being Where's Sir Topham Hatt? Where is he? Well, because Bob is back over in his usual spot. But we have Sir Topham to keep our trains running around nice and smooth. Okay, thank you, EJ. So is anything happening to 2102 at all, or is it just staying as is? And that 2100 is getting restored to operating condition and will be in the American Freedom Train scheme, while 2102 remains as is in its excursion scheme, right? And then 2101 is the one at Steamtown that is just there, which we will not have in this conversation because it's not moving anytime soon. I think I got it right. Okay, thank you. Okay, thank you, EJ. Okay, okay, there. Somebody fact check the man. Joe says I have 5002 in the Lightning Strike team. Really? That seems like a very uncommon model. The only Atlas ones, unless it's not Atlas, that I know. What's he doing there? Clyde, whatever your thing is. You did make it. There you go. Oh, thank you, Andrew. All right. All right, anyways, we'll fire up our Alco here. Okay, so, wait, what? It's so confusing. Okay, I thought 2101, wait. So, if 2101 pulled the Freedom Train and is being cosmetically restored as the ATF, but 2100 is being restored to run, but is 2100 being put in an American Freedom Train scheme as well to pull a Freedom Train around, or is 2100 just gonna look like 2102? Or can the Reading guys spare us a Northern so us D&H guys can dress it up like 302 and have it go around the scheme, or have it go around the railroad? Get out of here. Sir Topham Hat's definitely gonna get clipped in the tunnel. Like, his head is gonna come right off because I do not think he's gonna make the clearance. Alright. Let's see if he comes back. So this is the scale train here. It consists of scale cars. Yippee! I'm gonna hear a clank. I'm gonna see some Topham Hat break the handrail off to my expensive MTH train. I hope the caboose is off as well. So anyways, as the train comes back around, I'll give you all a tour of my scale train. These are either semi-scale or O-scale. I love how it seems there can be no such thing as O-scale unless if it's two rails. Like, that many of these cars here, which have O-scale proportions, but have just smaller wheels and bigger flanges, are not O-scale. Well, sure, it might not be true O-scale, but still are not O-scale. I understand two-wheel, and I understand how some things... Oh! He made it! Alright, so, I digress. So we got the locomotive there. We got the Atlas Naperville Junction boxcar. We got the MTH State of Maine boxcar as it slowly goes by. We've got the MTH Atlas D&H gondola here with the junk load in it. That one's really cool. Or no, not Atlas, MTH. We've got the MTH Piggyback Canadian National cars. We got an MTH double door D&H boxcar. Both of the doors do come open. It's hard to do. MTH cylindrical hopper for Lehigh Valley. 2 Rail King chassis system O-gauge hoppers. I'm falling behind. I have no clue who made that one. Lionel, Union Pacific hopper. MTH 40-foot B&M boxcar and a Lionel caboose. I can't remember where I left off. But I think it was on the Real King Hoppers, maybe? I don't know, something like that. Yes, I know. Sir Topham made it. I always find it funny when people argue about the trains. I can understand wanting to get as accurate as you can, but after all, it's just a model train. Like, unless if you have live steam where you can actually have it functioning off of a gasoline or diesel or steam engine, and this stuff, you can't really get that too close, but... What I love about these Atlas cars, look at these. Actual moving bearings on the wheels. I don't know if you can see it there. So that's, I think, the only car to have rolling bearings on the wheels. Awesome detail. Let me see if any other ones have it. So far it's a no from everything. Well, that at least has journal boxes to cover up. Nope. Yes. No. And yes. So some do. And man, they look so good. One of my favorite shots is watching as the train goes over the crossing. I just love watching it go around that bend. Fun. There we go. Great DNA. 2101 is the one that was on the AFT, then Chessie Special before being in the Up the Roundhouse fire. So it is being cosmetically restored back to the ATF. Okay. And then 2100 is just going to look like the... Man, I still don't know. So 2100 is the one that's got to be at Steamtown. And then 2101 was the one from the B&O. Charles, how you doing tonight? Thanks for swinging in. And now it's a highball local. All right, Hat Shadow fans, thanks for swinging in. Have a great rest of your Sunday night. Clyde says you've got a bunch of great thumbs up scenes for the pics. No, why'd you stop? Keep going. I missed the crew chatter. That was fun to listen to. Wait, so there's a 21, 24? Oh, there's 4? Man, I always thought there was just 3. What? Oh, it makes it even more confusing. Makes it even more confusing. So, 2124 is at Steamtown. 2102 is at the Reading and Northern. 2100 is being fully restored by the Reading and Northern guys to run at the Reading Northern, and I think will look like identical to 2102. 2101 is then getting the cosmetic restoration that was at B&O. Okay, I think I got it. Not Gavin says 2101 was the one that ran the original ATF. Yep. Wait. Oh man. 2100 is being paid. So there's going to be two. It doesn't get any easier. Okay. Rob says, let's see. 2124 is at Steamtown. 2100 is being restored to the AFT. 2101 was originally used for the ATF, but was damaged in the fire. Okay, and is only cosmetically restored. And yeah. So technically, though, there's still going to be 2 Freedom Trains, I take it, right? With 2100 being restored as the actual one that will run, and the original one being... Wow. Well, oh man, that would make such a cool picture. 2 American Freedom Trains right next to each other. But come on, they got 1 extra Reading T Northern. Come on, give it to us up here. I finally got it. There you go. Yeah, but we're talking about Southern Pacific 4449. I don't think. Why is that a secret Reading a secret Reading unit as well? I know. Or I wish more railroads did bicentennial schemes, or that model railroad manufacturers did fantasy bicentennial schemes. That'd be killer cool. Like, would you imagine a New York Central bicentennial scheme? Ooh, awesome. Baltimore and Ohio bicentennial scheme or something? Can I get it to go by really nice and slow? I didn't say stop. No. Come on, be a good Alco and go slow. There we go. Heritage Bicentennial. There you go. That'd be awesome. See, now it's speeding up. You just gotta love conventional control. Yeah, I know SP4449 wore that scheme. I wonder how much heavier 4449 is compared to a T1. You think if they're the same classification as a Northern, really, a 484, you think they would weigh. Aren't they both Alcos too? I think they are. For some reason, the train likes to stop there. I did not stop it at all. Oh boy, looks like a new electrical issue on the layout. Hey Ed, how you doing tonight? I'm going to be ending the stream in just a few minutes here, so I guess you made it just in time. LGR, most of them came from eBay. They're either 143rd or 148th scale die-cast cars. Oh, Peter, oh, you made it in just in time, too. Alright, get over here, you Alco. Oh, look. It's the D&H main line. I don't think anywhere in the D&H would you see a local going by that fast. Hey, alright, trackside chats. I remember those. There you go. We're running post-war speeds here. Emergency stop. Good job. And we're back. Anyways, let's see. So Peter says, how's spring semester go for you, Corey? Not that many classes, but still finding a way to give me a whole lot of schoolwork. But it isn't that bad though. My experimental video class is a lot of fun. I enjoy that one. DNH says, according to Google, and pulling a real train nerd here, yeah. The Reading T1s are 809,000 pounds. And wow, that's heavy. And the Southern Pacific 4449 is 870,000 pounds. Wow. In one sec, let me look up because I want to see. I know I looked it up the other day. Well, I guess I didn't. Almost there. I want to see. It's not the big boy. Because most people would think, oh yeah, he's looking up the heaviest locomotive ever built. Almost. How heavy is... Come on. It should be like right at the top. And I'm considering that's total weight. It has to be. Wow. So a Challenger Union Pacific 3985 is only... Still a lot, but 1,073,900 pounds. So that's a pretty heavy Northern. Rob says the 4449 was too tall to fit into the tunnels of the Northeast. Also, the Texas and Pacific 610 handled the American Freedom Train in Texas because it was a Texas type. Well, there you go. Gotta go. How's the jingle go? Gotta go big. Everything's bigger in Texas. That's it, I think. But I don't know how big the Texas and Pacific units actually were. But anyways, though, I think we're going to get ending tonight's stream. So, again, if you haven't hit that like button, make sure to smash that like button down below. I can't promise you any videos coming out anytime soon. I've really dropped the ball the past few days. See, the thing is, I did put out a video, but silly YouTube decided this. If you haven't seen it, make sure to go check it out. What happened was this. I uploaded the video several weeks ago. But the thing was, as I was filming videos at the time, I was like, oh no, I like this video more. Let me push this one back and put this video out more. So, the further back I put it, the more it would kind of just stay in the back there. But what I thought I'd do was like, okay, now since I don't have any content I filmed prior to put out, I'll put the video out. But when I put it out, YouTube didn't have it as a brand new video and just released. It says that it was released 3 weeks ago. And as of now, it's my worst performing video on the entire channel. It's this one here. It's my entire HO scale model train collection part 2 at 43 views. Ugh. But it's this one here. So I was thinking oh yeah, thumbnail looks cool to get a whole lot of views. And no, YouTube pushed it in the very back end. It has not promoted it at all. So if you're looking for some R's Trains content to watch this week, no, Dennis, you tuned in at the very end of the stream. Oh, and you're driving back. Well, safe travels, my friend. But if you're looking for a video to watch on the channel, watch that one right there. It's on the collection of Jim Lafayette. So if there's any DNH people here, that name might ring a bell to you because Jim was a very, very active railroader in the DNH, or what have you. So let me get back to the stream so I don't miss out my thing. But here's a few videos coming soon to the channel here. Well, we are just days away at this point from hitting 5,000 subscribers. So officially, that is when that remember the Q&A I did like a month ago. That's when that'll come out. It'll be the 5K Q&A. So right. I know there's more HO trains on YouTube than there is O-Gauge, but how my audience, although I still notice a lot of you here are HO scale YouTubers, but or just he like watchers or whatever. But whatever. But 5K Q&A is gonna come after I hit 5K, so that'll come sometime soon. What I have to do 2 Tiny Town videos because we have to do the first Tiny Town video, which I have all filmed. I just never did the me bit on it, so we have that one to put out. And then the second Tiny Town, if you've been following my community tab, I built another Tiny Town built off of my grandfather's model train layout. But that one can't come out until I do a video on my grandfather's train collection and train layouts and stuff. So that video I have yet to film. So, see, I have all these ideas in line, but finding the time to actually film them is a little harder now. So spring break, I'll definitely hammer that all out. And then most of you here still do not know that I own the actual locomotive. This fella here, Ours Trains number 2018. So if you're new to the channel, this one will catch you by surprise completely. But I have to do a video, because I've had it for 2 years at this point, and I still haven't done a video on it. But we have 2018, my adorable little, it's not modeled after a real locomotive, it's just a little electric switcher that's supposed to look like a little GE locomotive, I guess. We have this adorable little fella, 2018, and we have my riding cars, my D&H gondola and that one there. Those are Adirondack live steamers. So I have to do a video on that thing. I mean, how could I not? And then here's one more angle just so you can see my beautiful little choo-choo train. So this fella here. So I have to do it. I am the only OG. No, I'm not. GFW trains also have a locomotive, but I'm the only, I think, O-gauge model railroader, YouTuber, or whatever that has a live steam train that is modeled after their channel, I guess you could say. That's where Ours Trains has that blue ribbon award or whatever, that Guinness World Record. But that thing I definitely got to do a video on, because so many people ask, like, oh, what's it either like to have this, or what are these trains like? It's just a very niche part of the hobby that could definitely use a rebirth, I guess you could say, or a new audience coming to it. So you're right, LGR. You're one of the few people here in this chat, besides me, my dad, and you, who have ridden behind little 2018. But yeah, so I got a video to do on that thing and so much more. So I still have a lot of content I wish I could get to, but as of now, it is really hard to find time to do that. So yeah. Anyways, though, I think we're about done here tonight. So I hope you all have a great rest of the week. I probably won't be able to get any videos out this week, and there probably won't be a Sunday Runday next week, because I'm expecting all of my professors to really start pushing work right before spring break, because why not? And I have a Shark Tank thing coming up soon. Not with the real Shark Tank, but at college we're doing a thing called Spark Tank, where I have to do a product pitch towards an actual group of judges. So that will be taking up a lot of my time. So yeah. Anyways, though, it'll be a little while, my friends. I will miss you all, but I'll see you all in the next video / live stream / whatever I do. So stay tuned. Bye-bye, and see ya around the roundhouse. Whatever you want to say, but yeah. Have a good one. My O-gauge model train and HO scale and N scale and whatever else out there train friends. But yeah, I'll see you